everybody, so I'm here today with my November beauty favourites. It's actually the last day of November, so I'm filming this bang on time for a change. Lots of things to show you here with hair, skincare and lots of makeup. I'm going to update you on products that I've been trying out throughout this month, and I'm wearing my makeup favourites, so I will be telling you which ones are my top picks. There are quite a lot of favourites from this month, so I can't wait to show you all of that. And if you're new here, hi, my name's Hannah, I'm 47, I'm not a professional, just somebody who loves makeup and beauty, and here on my channel I like to review the latest products, show you some of my favourites and give you any beauty news you might be interested in. If you think you'd enjoy this, please do subscribe to my channel, it really is very helpful, and if you're already subscribed, welcome back to my channel. And just about me, if it's helpful with the makeup I'm showing you that works on me, I've got fair to light skin with neutral/cool undertones, and I've got blue eyes. Anyway, that's enough about me, let's get straight into this video. Before I get started with this review, I just wanted to show you something you might have already seen or not on my community tab, which is this QR code here. I'll leave it on the screen for some time. I'm running this survey on Google Forms where you can fill out your #1 in every category of makeup, and I'm going to leave this running for a month. And when you've filled it in, I'm going to film a video trying on the top answers in each category. So hopefully I've got them in my collection, but please don't suggest things knowing I've got them in my collection. I want to hear your favourites. So I'll happily go out and buy them if that comes top and I don't have it, as long as it's still available in stock, that is. So I will then create a video which will be your video, your favourites, a get ready with me style. So I would love it so much if you participated. So we have this QR code here, but if you would like a direct link, please do message me or check my Instagram page and I can send you the direct link for this. I will repeat this reminder throughout the month so that you can see it again in case you missed this video maybe, or if you just need to get access to that code. But this is the QR code, so if you just put your camera up on your phone to take a picture and the code will come up straight away on your screen, tap that link and you'll be straight into the form, and then I can have all of your responses. I've already had some really good responses, so thank you so much to everyone who's already responded. I really appreciate that. I can't wait to go through them all and I can't wait to film this. This will be your video made by you pretty much, so I'm really excited for that. Anyway, straight back into today's video. So the first thing I'm going to show you, something I haven't even tried, so I shouldn't really be reviewing it, but I'm going to show you because it literally arrived this morning and I love it. So this is a hair clip which I've just ordered from Anthropology. So it's a grip clip. I got this in their Black Friday deal. I think it was reduced to 15, I think. I have linked it below. I don't know if that deal will still be running when this video goes out though, but anyway, I just wanted to show you because I think this would be quite a perfect option. Can I show you when I put my hair up? I'm not going to mess my hair up now, but anyway, for Christmas I just thought it's beautiful. I love the colour, and I was only looking for that, but I managed to find another one, so I ended up getting this one as well. So this one's maybe not so Christmassy, more of a sort of evening one, so you can't even see that this is a clip, which I think is really quite clever. So I might use this one, you know, for like half up, half down sort of look. Yeah, lots of different options there. I'm trying to duck so you can see. But yeah, I think that they're really nice. So first time I've even looked through the Anthropology hair accessories, but anyway, they've just arrived and I can't wait to use them. And now I've just added this into the video. I was using this last night in my bath and I thought, why don't I add this in, because I'm loving it so much. I hadn't really thought of adding it in. I have done a shorts video recently on this, which I did actually for the company. So, but this isn't remotely sponsored. I'm just enjoying it so much. I really wanted to show you. So this is a company called Act London. Here's the bag they sent me. I'm showing you it backwards here. But I've been using Act London now for about 6 months with their deodorants, and that was because I was asked to be an ambassador basically. So I'll just show you the ones I've got here. So I was quite dubious about these, I'll be honest with you, because their deodorants, here they are, they come in these tubes, and basically, I'll show you how it looks. You twist with the key which they provide, and then it comes out like this, and then you can rub it in to any part of the whole body. So this could be used on feet, it could be used under the arms. It could be used absolutely anywhere. And my latest discovery, which actually worked, if anyone saw my video, is that you can even use this in the T-zone on your face to lock makeup in. Not something I would do regularly, but something I would do maybe if I was spending a full day outdoors, or especially in a very hot condition. And I was talking to the brand actually, and they were saying how is it Beyonce and Taylor Swift's dance crew are now using this because it's keeping all their makeup locked in and keeping all their oils locked in generally, and keeping sweat locked in. So that's how effective it is. But let me tell you, this smells incredible. So this just basically goes in like a moisturizer. You're completely unaware of it when you're wearing it. And also it doesn't leave any white marks on your clothes. But one of the things I really love, and here are some of the other bottles, these two that I haven't started, and there's two here that I have. I won't go through all the different scents, but every single scent has full scent notes, and they're really powerful, and each one has act is basically referring to act as in act on stage, because this company was actually created by West End stars who wanted to prevent the problems they had with sweat marking their clothes and things like that. So they actually came up with this over a number of years. Quite an interesting story. Anyway, I won't go into all of that, but each one is a scene. So this one's scene 2, this one's scene 3, and then so scene 2, for instance, is exit after thunder, and then you can see which notes they have in each one, and they are just the scent notes. They're like proper perfumes. They really are gorgeous. The orange one I've shown you is actually my favourite, and the scent notes on that are petitgrain, mandarin and neroli. So you can see why I love that one so much. But they've actually launched a body range, and it was using these two last night whilst in the bath that made me think I should show you these, because I'm enjoying them so much. So for the third night running, I was using this one, the Body Wash Concentrate. This one's in scene 2, so that matches one of the deodorants, which is cedar, eucalyptus and bitter orange. Beautiful scent. And this is how it looks. You just put a little bit of the balm onto your hand or onto your sponge. They actually provided me with a konjac sponge, which is beautiful to use over the body. I've only ever used them on the face, so they sell that sponge. But yeah, this is like a sort of thick gel, I suppose, but once you add water, it really lathers and foams. But it is one of the creamiest, softest things I've ever used to wash. So much nicer than a standard shower gel. It really is a fabulous experience. And yesterday I just exfoliated, and it felt like silk on my skin after exfoliating. It was a truly lovely experience. So I'm going to be using that, I think, as part of my exfoliate routine, because it just felt so nice after exfoliating. And then the other thing they launched was the body conditioning balm, which they sent me in the same scene 2, which is what you apply afterwards. And this one, it says that this will firm and tone the skin. I can't really attest to that, but it's a beautiful, really silky, rich formula. But I can tell you that I put this all over my arms, and I don't normally like to have cream over my arms. It smells incredible at night, because I don't like that feel of cream on my body. It needs to be absorbed, but this did absorb, and I smelled incredible. So I just found that such a sort of spa experience using them. So I just wanted to show you the brand, because they're really impressing me, and they've also told me that there's going to be more coming next year. I don't know what, but I can't wait to find out. So, and I do have a 20% discount code all year round with them. They are running offers for Black Friday. I don't know if they'll still be available when this video goes out, but my 20% off code is an all year round code, so I'll put that on the screen now. But absolutely loving them. Now I've put on here to tell you about the Chantecaille Rose de Mai Cleansing Balm. I've forgotten to bring it downstairs with me, I'm afraid. This is an £88 cleansing balm. I'm a massive fan of cleansing balms, my favourite being the Alabaster, but I have to say I'm not quite as in love with the Chantecaille. It's just not as rich, and it's not quite as good at getting my makeup off. I much prefer Alabaster. I much prefer the balm feel. So that's all I'll say about that. It's a beautiful smell, but it's not my favourite. But I did test that this month. And onto one that I do love. This is from Beauty Pie, the Super Healthy Hair. So I've been using the Colour Wow leave-in conditioner when I wash my hair and really love that one. But Beauty Pie launched this one and I was hearing so many good reviews on the online community about this. I thought I've got to try it. So I absolutely love this one. I find as long as I don't put too much on, you don't need much. My hair feels quite silky and soft for the whole week. I try and leave it a week to wash. I'm finding it's giving me an even softer, silkier finish than I was getting from Colour Wow. So I'm really, really loving this one. This one, I've just got some information here. It says it's made in Italy. This is a Luxe Light vitamin infused day lotion for your hair, so you can put it on throughout the week if you wanted to. It's not something I've tried actually, I only do it on wash day. It says this is the final step in your hair care routine, an ultra light leave-in conditioning spray to soften, nourish and boost shine, as well as prepping your hair for styling by leaving it softer and easier to manage, with a strengthening vegan keratin complex and a tri-vitamin blend for deep hydration, a moisturising masterpiece which is cruelty-free and vegan. So you get 150 ml of this and it's £25 if you're a Beauty Pie member. So I just wanted to show you that because I'm really, really fussy with hair products and I'm loving that one, I really am. But I did look on the website and it's out of stock. This tends to happen with Beauty Pie. When it's a successful product, they do disappear and they take a while to come back. It is coming back, just hopefully soon, fingers crossed. So another product from Chantecaille I've been trying this month is their Lip Potion. So this one is like a sort of very posh version of Laneige lip mask. This has a lovely rose smell to it. I really like this one. It certainly doesn't beat my Ole Henriksen and my Fenty lip pudding in terms of thickness and deep overnight hydration. But for daytime top-ups and for just pure luxury on your lips, this one is gorgeous. It does last quite a long time and the rose smell is beautiful. Very pricey, but absolutely gorgeous. So I'm loving that one from Chantecaille. And also from Chantecaille, I repurchased, well not repurchased really, I got my correct shade in their foundation. So this is the Future Skin Gel Foundation. So Alabaster was my more correct shade. I did have one that was too dark for me. And I also got their Chantecaille Sheer Glow Gold Face Tint. So I love the rose face tint, so I've been trying out the gold one. Smells incredible, it really does. I've used this almost every day since I got it, so that'll give you an indication of how much I love it. I love it as a primer. I love the way it leaves my skin. I love the whole experience of the smell and how soft it leaves my skin. I'm enjoying this pretty much as my #1 Bobbi Brown face base. I always get that name wrong. That I use and that will always show on this channel. So I'm really loving this, but I can't really tell you that the glow does an awful lot, apart from when you're wearing maybe a matte foundation. You do get a bit more of a glow coming through. So I just think that I have a very, very good result. My foundations last well on top of this. They sit well on top of this, they mix well. It's just one of those ones that really seems to work. I don't get any problems in my sort of cakey areas when I've got this underneath, and it does leave a soft glow. It's not something I'd necessarily use on its own, but if I was going for a super light look with a bit of a glow, this could work with a bit of concealer for a really light, fresh, no makeup day as well. So I do really enjoy this one, but I probably would say I enjoy it in the same way I enjoy the rose. I don't really see a difference because I use them as primers, but yeah, I really like that. And also the foundation I already knew I really liked, so just updating you really on the fact that this shade Alabaster works quite well on me, and that's what I'm wearing today. So I don't know if I've even tested any of the foundations this month, in all fairness, but anyway, I have used these the most this month, these two, and I've been going back to Prada, my old foundation, so I'm not reviewing that now because that's not new, but they're the two I've rotated through the most this month and really enjoyed. So now on to blushes, and please feel free to stop at any point, press pause if you can guess which ones I'm wearing today. I would never have expected you to guess the Chantecaille, but maybe you can guess which blush. So one of the ones I tried this month was from the Icy Nude collection from Huda, the face gloss. So this one, I really like this one actually. This gives you a real cold girl finish. A lot of people don't like the Petri dish sort of finish on this. I can show you on my hand. I don't know if it'll work because obviously it looks like a clear gel, but as soon as it hits my skin, it starts to go pink. Can you see that sort of natural flush of pink? And some people ask about, is it a shade of pink? I suppose it is a shade of pink, but it also sort of accentuates your natural colour from beneath, which is what I really quite like about PH products on me. So I think that gives me a very natural pink flush, which is why it looks so fresh and natural. I love it actually. Very, very, very nice, but not the one I'm wearing. And I did do a video, I might pop it here for you to see actually. I'll pop it now on the screen, showing this compared with the release from last year and showing you how they're essentially the same, so you don't need both. But anyway, watch this video here. Today I'm comparing the two face glosses released from Huda. So the one from this year, which is the Icy Nude, and the one from last year, the Pretty Grunge. So here they are together. These are both pH, so they adjust to your natural skin tone. Starting with Pretty Grunge, already looking pink as soon as I apply this, and can be built up to give quite a bit of colour there. Now trying the Icy Nude, and you can see they are pretty much identical. So because they're pH adaptive, they basically adjust to the same colour on your skin tone. I'm giving myself that nice cold girl icy finish now. So if you've got one of these, you don't need both. They are effectively exactly the same. So from that same collection, we have the Huda Beauty Faux Filter. This is the blush filter. So this one is a bronzer and blush in one. And I got mine in the shade Latte, which I think is beautiful actually. This is almost a reddish brown though, if you're looking at this. Some people were maybe disappointed that this had a reddish tint to it. So it is a little bit warm. This is how it looks when you rub it in. You can see it's quite warm really. But I really like this one. I've been using this more sort of underneath and then putting powders on top. But this very, very nearly was the one I wore today, but not quite. The one I am wearing is similar, so that's a clue for you. So another set of blushes I tried this month were these minis from Merit. So this was their holiday set. And again, one of these I've already got, which is the Stockholm, but I'll just show you them quickly on my hand. So Stockholm is a really, really nice one, actually really good for me, very suitable for more sort of spring, summertime, but a really good match for me and a colour that's popular with everyone. But it was the new ones I was more interested in. So this one is Bespoke, and this one is a perfect autumn sort of blush. So there's Bespoke there in the middle, and the other one is Mood. Now again, these were very close to being used, but not quite my top. So there's the three of those. I love this formula from Merit. It's very easy to apply. This can be applied on top of powder. It can go underneath with powder on top, or it can just be applied without. But without any powder, you won't get much longevity out of these. But they are really, really nice. And you can just keep one of these tiny little minis in your bag and top it whenever you like. You can even add a little dab on the lips. They're quite creamy. So I do really like these, and I think it was great value. It's also a good way to just try minis if you don't want to spend too much. So this Christmas set from Merit, really, really good. And I'm a big fan of Merit. I do like a lot of their makeup, and this is one of the formulas from them that I really do enjoy. So now on to another holiday set, and this set I thought was the best holiday set out there for value and for the product. So this is the Danessa Myricks. I'm actually picking an extra one up here when I shouldn't be. I had one of the highlighters there because I've been using that this week. This is the Danessa Myricks blush set. So you get two full-size Yummy Skin blushes and two mini ones. So this is the Yummy Skin Forever Blushed Lip and Cheek. So you can use these on lip and cheek. And what really drew me in, which is what I'm wearing today, was the new shade Spiced Latte. Now this is autumn and winter in a pot. Absolutely perfect shade for this time of year. So I'll just show you how this looks now. I'm just blending it into the back of my hand. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous for autumn, winter, maybe even going into spring. Why not? It's got that sort of warmth. I think you could get away with this. I mean, you can wear it all year really, but I think it's particularly good for this time of year. So that's what I've got on predominantly all over my cheeks. I did pop a tiny bit of pink at the top from something else, but anyway, I'm just showing you my favourites from this month, and this one has been probably my most used blush this month. I'm sorry about the noise of the dogs. My husband and son are outside putting Christmas lights on the house, and the dogs are going berserk. So I have to get this filmed today because I'm going away. So I can't not film right now, so I do apologise for the dog noise. I'll just quickly show you the other blushes that come with this. So we have Dancing Queen, which is the brightest one. This one I have to be exceptionally careful with because it's so pigmented. And we have Red Velvet. This is another one I need to be really, really careful with. And then we have Jubilee, which is actually a beautiful shade, really beautiful. I do apologise about the dogs. I'm going to go and tell them off now. The dogs have been given treats and sent to the lounge, and the door has been shut, so hopefully that means we'll have a bit of peace and quiet now. But yeah, the Danessa Myricks set, absolutely gorgeous, and the one I've reached for the most. And I've loved using the low lighter, actually changing the low light to low key. When I showed this on a video, I did actually use it with the pinky one, which didn't work so well, but the latte with low key, lovely combination, these two. And I tried 2 sets from REM Beauty, the Wicked collection. So this set here came in the Galinda makeup set, and this is the pH changing, another one. I'm not going to show you this one though, because this one is so bright and pink. This is a lip gloss that actually makes my lips look a bit too pink, I think, in all honesty. It's so effective and it lasts ages. So if you like quite a sort of bright pink effect that really lasts, I think you'll like this. I have used it a few times, so it does have its uses in my desk. In fact, I'm putting it back in the drawer on my desk because I've used it a few times. So I don't dislike it, but it needs something to calm it down. But it's very effective and does last. And it also came with this eyeshadow cream, I suppose you'd call this. And this one was a bit of a disaster, in all honesty. It looks gorgeous. If I show you the shade of it, it's a lovely shade, but it goes on almost like too slippery and oily, and it's very hard to evenly put this across the eye. I just kept applying more to get more pigment and to make it more even, but then it just ended up getting more and more oily. But then when it dries, it becomes too dry. It's a very strange formula, very hard to work with, and I really didn't like that at all, I'm afraid. So that was a bit of a miss. And then the eyeliner pencil, which I think is a really nice shade actually. I love this colour in the waterline. I'll show you this. And this goes with quite a lot of looks we've had now over the winter period. So lovely for the waterline. I don't think it works anywhere else, to be honest, for me. But what I really don't like about it is how dry it is. So for the waterline, it's not too bad because you're adding it to a wet area. But when I try to add it to the rest of the eye and use it with the pink to create that sort of pink and blue look, it is so dry. You have to drag your skin up and it just didn't feel right at all. So I don't like the formula. I just like the colour. So I wouldn't really be recommending that one. And the lipstick I thought was gorgeous. I love the packaging. I think it's super funky and I love the colour on this, and I've actually worn this a number of times. This has quite a sort of shimmery finish and it's a beautiful colour. So gorgeous, gorgeous lipstick. But that's the only standout product from that set for me, so the rest of it was a little bit of a fail, to be honest. But anyway, this one will be staying on my desk because I really do like this lipstick. I'm putting things there when they're not going in the desk, and when I'm putting things here, it means they're staying on the desk, just so you know. So now onto eyeshadow, and there are a lot of eyeshadows, lots of which I absolutely love. So I've picked my top winner from all of those. So if you can guess which one I'm wearing now, please do comment below. I would love to hear. So what isn't my number one, but one I do like, is the Patrick Tar Duo. So this is the Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duo. I've got this in 2 shades. The Talk to My Team, and We Need Better Lighting, which is this one. So these formulas, they are the Baked Gelée. Battery died then, so I've come back probably in a slightly different position. But anyway, so I am not loving these as much as I hoped I would, in all honesty. And the best example of that would be, I took these away for the first week in November. I went on holiday and I took these with me along with about 5 palettes that I've really loved over Christmas, so I could just spend the holiday dipping into things I love. And I literally had to force myself to use these because these were the newest things in my collection, because I really wanted to use everything else, because these are nice, but they're just not the best. And they are that lovely Baked Gelée formula, and they are lovely, but I don't know, if I show you these two now, this one is the I keep forgetting which one's which. We Need Better Lighting. And I tried these two one day using a palette I took with me, which I'm really loving, the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes. This is the Moonlight palette. So I used the mattes from this, and on one eye I used these, and then on the other eye I used this one and this one. So I'm going to swatch them now so you can see. These two are from Ethereal Eyes. Do you see what I mean? Like when I put them on my eyes, I really couldn't see a difference. There is slightly more colour with these because they are more sheer, the Ethereal Eyes. They are toppers and they are more of a wet look, which I really love actually. Whereas these are giving a bit more in the way of pigment, but there's really not much difference, I don't think. So if you have something like Ethereal Eyes, whether it's this one or the warmer release from 2 years ago, you probably really don't need anything like the Patrick Tar Duos. And you pay more for this palette, but obviously you're getting so much more than just two, and you're not paying that much more. So it's a lot better value for money, in my opinion, to have something like that. So this was not my favourite, and since that holiday I've brought them back and I haven't used them once, so that'll probably tell you. I mean, I do review a lot, but I've also been dipping into some of my favourites since we got back, because there hasn't been an awful lot of launches in terms of eyeshadows. Sorry, I'm just clearing up my hands here, but I just wasn't really drawn to using these. This is the other one, Talk to My Team. I think this one's nicer out of the two I tried. This colour here in particular is really nice. But yeah, I just don't think they're worth it. If I was going to go for single sort of toppers, or not toppers, one and done shadows like this, I would go with the Victoria Beckham Lid Luster, or I'd go with the Charlotte Tilbury Pop Shots. Also the Bobbi Brown singles, duo, not duos, singles. I think they are probably better as well. So there's quite a lot better out there in all honesty, and the Chantecaille, but you will actually pay more for Chantecaille. So that's not on my eyes today. And talking of Chantecaille, I did a bit late to the game here, but I did pick up their holiday eyeshadow duo, well, one of them. And this one is the Cassis Eye Duo, and this one is stunning. This is a duo I really, really enjoyed, so much more than I expected. And also colours I wouldn't necessarily have gone for normally, so I thought this was absolutely gorgeous. I've done a full review of what I bought from this collection. And here they are together, the matte with that gorgeous sort of duochrome. And it doesn't look like a duochrome when you see it here, but it certainly is, because it's giving that gold and rose. And they are beautiful together. I really enjoyed those. And I did pick up my very first, which was dangerous because now I literally want them all. But my very first one of their single shadows, which again I prefer to the Patrick Tar. So this one is the Mustang, in their luminescent eye shades, and here's how Mustang looks. So it's got this lovely, lovely packaging. This isn't new, by the way, but it's new to me, and the formula on this is top notch. There's Mustang. That's so special, isn't it? That really is special in a way that Patrick Tar just couldn't be for me. But yeah, now I want the entire collection. Still, that is not what's on my eyes because, like I said, it's been a good month for eyeshadows. So I'm including this even though it was the month before, but I don't think I added this into my last one because I got it late at the end of the month, and that is the Natasha Denona Roxa palette. So this isn't on my eyes, but I am absolutely loving it. It's definitely my favourite purpley sort of palette, and I like this so much more than I expected to. Even these warmer colours I managed to make use of and enjoyed them. So you can see my full review of this, trying the more purpley look and trying it with the warmer shades. I did one on each eye, so you will find that on my channel, and I actually love both looks. My standout shade from this palette is this one here in the middle, and the one next to it actually. This one's Bolt, and the next one is Stargirl. I love these two together. It's one of my favourite looks I've created with this one. I have actually chosen to repeat, so this is making me go into purple, so that shows this is a good palette because purple is something I tend to avoid. I really do like these. And this one here, what's it called again? It's got a funny name. Jacaranda, that's the one. This purple is so easy to blend and it looks gorgeous. And I like this one for lining, and we've got this one for sort of inner corner, and you've got sparkles for that. You've got everything you could need here. It's really beautiful, I think it's a gorgeous purple palette, so if you love purples, I highly recommend it, I really do. So I picked up something else from the REM Wicked collection, and this one I much preferred to the other one I picked up. So this one comes in the form of a book, which I think is pretty cool. It even has like a sort of bookmark there, and if you were to display it, it looks like a book. So inside this, but chunky to keep, but it's just cool packaging. And then you've got the mirror. But look at the colour story. I knew the Wicked releases were always going to tempt me because they always include greens, which I adore. But this actually came with a guide, which I thought was quite good. You don't get this very often, giving you 3 different eye looks, and you can follow the instructions on how to create them. And I actually copied all 3 and did a video of all 3. So I'll show you those quickly, one after the other now, so you can see how each eye look was doing exactly what it says here. So here are those 3 videos. So I had great fun with this one, I really did. I think that the mattes are okay, they're not the best, but they're okay, and they do blend out reasonably well, even this deep green. The shimmers are the knockout performers for me in this one. They really are beautiful. If I just maybe swatch a couple of the favourites, I'll show you the pink and the greeny one there. So these are duos, I believe. Yeah, I do love a duochrome, if you haven't noticed. Oh, the pink isn't, is it duo? I think it's supposed to be goldy pink, that one, but maybe not. But anyway, they are beautiful. Made a bit of a mess there, but yeah, really, really nice shimmers. That was the standout for me, was the shimmers. So I think if you know anyone who's a fan of the movie and this sort of colour palette, I think it's a very funky sort of packaging, very, very nice gift to give them. So I do recommend it. Not the best out of the releases, to be honest, but I really, really did enjoy it very much. So another one, which I don't think I've shown on my channel, apart from in a shorts video, is this stunning one from Oden's Eye. So these are an indie brand, which I absolutely adore. I pretty much buy everything that they come out with. And this is Silvery Bliss. So this colour story is a little bit scary for me with the reds, but if you just ignore this super warm red and maybe this one here, and look at this more deep red and look at all the other colours in the palette, I love it. I can sort of use that, but I don't think I would ever go with this bright red, but everything else I love. And the two that I love the most, which I recently created a look with and absolutely loved, was the gold shimmer with the red shimmer. So I'll show you these two swatched. Now these formulas are knockout. Look at those. Oden's Eye formulas are just exceptional. If you haven't tried Oden's Eye, I strongly recommend that you do. I have filmed a look, I think it was probably using these two actually, these two shades. So I'll just show you the quick clip of me trying on one look with this palette. So here's that video. yes, absolutely love this. They released another palette this Christmas, a new one, and they re-released their older ones. I think they might have gone back out of stock, but this one doesn't beat the Christmas Day palette, which is my favourite one they've ever come out with. So it might be out of stock now, but honestly, if it comes back in, if it is out of stock, honestly, that Christmas Day one, glorious. And I'll do my best to include that in a video, I think, over Christmas, whether it's a short or in a long form, because I really need to dig that palette out again because it's so good for Christmas. So anyway, on to nearly the end. So it's been really hard to pick my favourite and where my favourite, because this one is definitely a favourite. So this is Huda Beauty, the Icy Nude, and I think this one is really, really beautiful. I had great fun with this palette, if I can open it. So here is the palette. I love how this is cool toned, because I'm starting to think cool tones really work well on me, and I've been enjoying them a lot this year. And I even found these sort of chunky glitters to work really well. The key for me was working them into my hand before working them onto my eye, because they are super, super chunky. So for me, they need a little bit of work, but when you mix them into your hand first, which doesn't take very long, and then take a brush, look how they look. Look at those. That's how they look when they are just slightly rubbed in. There's no chunkiness whatsoever, and that is how they look on the eye. They are really good formulas. So I did do a review of this, so if you want to see how I applied those, but certainly my main tip with that is to just rub them slightly into your hand and then get a brush, take it off your hand, and then you won't get those big clumps of glitter falling down and very difficult to mix onto the eye. But overall, I think this palette's gorgeous. There's so many different possibilities. You can even get some everyday looks with these sort of, with these sorts of colours here. So you can get more of an everyday neutral look. You can get an everyday sort of cool tone look. You can get a super glam look. So many possibilities. I absolutely love it. My favourite in the whole palette is this one here. I could use this one all year round. Honestly, it is beautiful. So this one is called Iced Out. Look at that. I mean, these formulas are, they are so good, and this is apparently Huda's last ever big eyeshadow palette, so I would recommend getting it, even though I just can't believe that it's going to be the last. Is she going to do a bigger one maybe? Or is she going to do one maybe the same size as Natasha Denona? Because why would you not keep making these gorgeous, gorgeous ones? She might reduce it down to 2 9s, I suppose, so that's what she likes to do, the 9 pans. But anyway, I do hope we get more big palettes because they are good fun, and this one stunning, very good for this time of year for that sort of wintry finish. But I think this palette will work all year round actually. So now we're down to my top 2 eyeshadow picks from this month. So it was a little tricky for me to choose which one to go with here because I love these two so much. But the one I didn't put on my eyes was this one from Dolce & Gabbana. I think this one is absolutely beautiful. So here is the colour story here. But the formulas on this are 10 out of 10 plus more. They really are stunning. I'll just show you them now on the back of my hand, but I have done a full review of the collection. So I got a lipstick and the eyeshadow. I didn't get all the lipsticks, I just got one, but these just look so beautiful. They're the Italian formulas. Here they are on the back of my hand. They are so pretty. They work so well together. They're so easy to apply. And the look I created with this, I thought was so beautiful. I love this sort of duochrome here, but all of them are stunning. I was just so impressed with it. For such a simple colour story, really, they are just so good. The colours work so well together, and the formulas are just exceptional. And the matte, I'm really hoping we get more matte because it was so creamy and buttery and easy to apply. I'd love to see more from them in the form of eyeshadows because this is an absolute 10 out of 10. And the packaging has got to be one of the best we've had over Christmas. This like whole jewel, it's gorgeous. I just love it. So that was nearly the one I put on today, but actually I'll put that over here because that's staying in my use again quickly pile. And the one I've put on my eyes today, have you guessed which one it is? I was so in love with this when I tried it on. It's one of my recent reviews, and that is this one from Viseart. So this is the Viseart Serenades Attendu. This surprised me because I thought it was going to be way too dark, and it just isn't. It's just got enough brightness to really work, as you can see there. And the colour I've got on here is this one. I love this one. It almost looks bluey grey when you see it in the pan, which is one of the reasons you need to try things on, not just assume by looking at it. Because look at how this swatches. It's got so much brightness to it, and it's got so much red as well, which you wouldn't have thought of when you see it here. Even when I tilt it, you just don't see much of it in the pan. It looks almost sort of greyish, but it's so beautiful. And these mattes, yes, you'll get a lot of kickback. That does happen with Viseart, but you will not find a better matte formula anywhere in the world above Viseart. This is a stunning, stunning matte formula. Always has been. This certainly isn't the first palette that's got stunning mattes. They've been like this for as long as I'm aware of the brand. I've bought loads of their palettes and they are always so good. So the one I've put on the eye next to it, I think I used this one. I'm trying to remember, or was it this one? I'll swatch them both anyway. Yeah, so today I used this one, but this one would have worked with it as well. Look at them, aren't they beautiful? I'll show you some of the mattes as well, so you can just see how smooth they are when they swatch. So there is one of the mattes. There's one of the lighter ones. I probably shouldn't have swatched that, but oh, they are just exceptional formulas. They are stunning. Every look I've created with it, I have absolutely loved. I love to use this one as a liner, and I've used it today as my liner. I think it's perfect. Even though it's slightly glittery, it works perfectly as a liner shade. It's a matte with a bit of shimmer in it. So here it is here. Perfect, perfect for that purpose. And I used these two for my outer V to build up a bit of depth. So this one has got a bit of a shimmer. But again, it works really, really nicely. I'm running out of space to show you now. So this is like a dark brown, a very dark brown. So you could really smoke out the eye if you wanted to with that one. And then I used the slightly lighter brown as my transition behind that. Not transition actually, I was building up with it. So there's the lighter brown. These are the two I use for transition. So today I started with this one actually today. So yeah, lots of possibilities. And just lots of absolutely beautiful, beautiful looks. That just gives you a tiny idea there. But yeah, I love this one, absolutely adore it. And it was definitely my favourite for the month. So I love this eye look, I really do. I think if you're my sort of skin tone and eye colour and hair colour generally, this is a palette that works really well for me. So if you're a skin twin or a match for me, I think you would really get on very well with this palette. So now on to lips, and this was from the Huda Icy Nude collection. I went for the package when I bought everything from Huda, so everything came in a sort of bundle deal. So this is the Faux Filter Lip Gloss, and it's in the shade She Flirty. So there it is. This is just a sort of average lip gloss. It's not one I particularly love. It doesn't have a lot of pigment. I would use this more as a topper. I'm not going to do it now because I really like what I've got on my lips, but yeah, not my favourite. It's a little bit of a sticky, well, it is quite a lot of a sticky formula. I don't really like sticky glosses, so this is just very much okay. That's all I'll say about that one, to be honest. And I've got a feeling that's the second one I've tried, and I obviously didn't think much of that one either, but I think I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't as part of the bundle, I think. But anyway, so not my favourite formula, and the colour pretty much non-existent. You didn't really get to see much colour. And from the Dolce & Gabbana holiday release, this one, lovely, lovely packaging with this dual theme again. So this is the Gemstone lipstick, and I got this one in Amethyst Rose. And this one I think is beautiful. It's a colour I can wear all year round. So it's definitely not a Christmas shade. This is an every day of the year shade for me. It's a really lovely shade actually. So I do very, very much like it. It's just there's one that really stands out, and that's why I'm not wearing it today. But for an everyday look that will match pretty much every look, this is a lovely formula, very creamy, very comfortable, doesn't emphasize lines at all, and it's got quite a bit of longevity. So I love the packaging, love the formula, and I love the shade I picked. So I can't say anything bad about that one. I really did enjoy that one. That one's going to be staying on my desk there. And then I got this trio, I think it was called the Lip Wardrobe from Merit. The Dress Code Set it was called. This is limited edition, and this actually, it does actually have 3 formulas. I haven't got it all written down here in front of me now. When I reviewed this the first time, I can't remember, did I reviewed it in my top 5 lip and cheek video if you want to see it in more detail there. But I and the reason for that was one of these shades was in my top 5 for autumn winter lips. But one of them is a matte and two of them are different formulas, and I can't remember which one's which. Sorry, I'm being utterly useless here, but one of them is a new formula which is a bit more creamy. But this selection of colours, which is the main reason I love it, is just so autumn winter perfect. I think if you get this set of lipsticks, you will be covered for every outfit, for every occasion. You'll be able to glam up, you'll be able to have matching colours for your outfits. It's a really, really, really good set. I love the Merit formulas. The mattes have always been very creamy, which is probably why I thought they were all the creamy mattes, because putting them all on my hand now, they just all feel really creamy. So anyway, here they are, the 3 shades that come in there. So you can see what I mean. There's sort of rich, sort of berry shade really, which is so perfect for this time of year. And then both of these two would work with so many outfits. So this is autumn winter to take you through. You could even mix them together a bit to create other looks. It is a perfect option and you're getting them at great value. Merit lipsticks, like I said, one of the best formulas out there, one of my personal favourites. Beautiful packaging. And the 3 shades are called Black Tie, Bespoke and De Jour. And Bespoke, which I believe is this one here, is a match for the Bespoke cheek that I showed you earlier. So if I put them together, you can see how they match. So there's the cheek and there's the lip. So if you were getting the cheek trio and the lip trio, you will actually get a match there, which is really nice if you want that cohesive look. But yeah, I really do like these very, very much. Great everyday lipsticks for the season. So a winner and a perfect gift for anyone, that is. I think I also put that in my gift recommendations along with those cheek sets because I think they're such good value and such perfect formulas. So at number 1 for lipstick, I've got a joint 2. So I'm wearing one and not the other, obviously, because I only have one set of lips. I can't show you both in this look. So I'm going to show you the one I'm not wearing, and that's basically because well, maybe because this is glittery and I just can't resist the glitter in these. But joint with these is this from Lisa Eldridge. This is their Rouge collection with these gorgeous, I don't need to show you both because I bought 2 stupidly. I didn't need to buy 2. This is the case from Lisa Eldridge, which comes with, you can pay £3 extra to get personalised initials, which I did, and then you get the Lisa signature at the bottom. These are refillable and you can buy, I think it's 6 shades, maybe 5 only available at the moment. And you can see a full review of all the available shades here on my channel. And the refillable option, before I show you the shades, is inside here. And they come with caps. So you can, what I did is I bought all 5 and you can just interchange and pop the cap on and pop your favourites in. So at the moment I've got my 2 favourites in cases. So it clicks in very easily. But looks absolutely stunning. I think that's the main reason this is coming at joint first, because this is the most beautiful lipstick case. It's so classic, so elegant. But the standout for Lisa Eldridge was that these refillable sections are 100% recyclable, and they're the only ones at the moment where every single component that has gone into the refill is recyclable. So that was something really important to Lisa, and I think she did a really good job of that. So this is my favourite shade. Well, I've got 2 favourite shades. Audrey, which I think I'd probably use more in sort of summer and spring. I love this one. And Ashes of Roses, which is my more sort of winter autumn shade. So these are the 2 I'm keeping at the moment as my top 2. So I think the reason I'll have 2 cases, I'll have one for winter and one for summer. So absolutely beautiful. And this new formula from Lisa is this sort of creamy formula. It's a very lightweight, creamy, hydrating formula, which I personally love. I do love that. I know some people might prefer mattes and different formulas, but creamy ones are my personal favourite because I love the way they hydrate, but I also love the way they look on my lips. I think they are absolutely beautiful formulas. But Lisa did say she will be releasing other formulas to go with these cases, so look out in the new year for mattes and hopefully more colours in this creamy range because I love it. But yeah, that's my joint first. Love the formula and adore the case. My number one, which I'm wearing today, is from Chantecaille. Again, this was a late purchase for me. I was trying not to get any of the Chantecaille holiday releases, and it was the lipsticks that pulled me in. In fact, when I did my review, I only had one of them and I loved it so much. I went straight back on the website and I ordered the second. So this is the one I'm wearing today, and this one is called Aventurine, and this one is a glittering raspberry. I mean, first of all, look at it. Let me show you it on the back of my hand. But I am wearing this on my lips. But look at that. I mean, does it get any more gorgeous than that? I just think it is so party perfect with the glitter, or everyday perfect for me, because I just love glitter and shimmer. And this one is Pink Topaz, the one I went back for. Looking at it on the site, I was like, oh, that's just like a brown. I don't need that one. I'll just get the pink. And I had to get it. And this one, I love it. Look at it. I just think they are two of the prettiest lipsticks I've ever owned, honestly. I absolutely adore them. So these were still in stock last time I checked in the UK, but not in the US, unfortunately. So I do hope if you're looking for these, you can get your hands on them, because they're absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Very comfortable formulas. You don't feel the glitter at all, but you get that shine, you get that gorgeous finish. And the colours, I think the colours are beautiful. I really do. I absolutely love them. So 10 out of 10 to Chantecaille for their entire holiday collection, actually, but for their lipsticks, easy favourite. And brushes that I've tried this month, I got the holiday collection from Sonia G. So here are the 3 brushes that came with that set. This is her Japanese Gardens Maki-e brush set. So I recently did these in a review, which you'll be able to find on my channel. I think I did these with the Viseart, I believe. I do forget, but anyway, very recently. And they come in this beautiful box. In fact, the lid, which I'm using for my concealer brushes, that's the lid. So I'm using them together. I'm keeping them on my desk alongside my beautiful, which I did show on a recent video, but I'll show you just again, because this is new to me in the last month. Beautiful brush holder by Sonia G. So this is now on my desk, and alongside it I've got these, so it's like my beautiful sort of row on my desk amongst all the chaos of my desk. But these are exceptionally soft. I think these are the softest eye brushes I've ever bought from Sonia G. And the one I love the most is this one, the pencil shape with extremely pointed tip. I've been using this regularly since getting this for lining the eyes. I used it today. It is perfect for that. And this blender brush, this serves as all over blender and detailer for outer V. You can do your whole eye with this, you really can. And the flat one, I don't tend to use flat brushes that often, but when I do, I use them for shimmers across the eye, and it certainly does the job really well if you don't like to use fingers. So you can pretty much get your entire eye look, which I did, just using these 3 brushes, and you get a really perfected finish. The blending is effortless with this blending brush, it really is. But you can also sort of, you can blend it across, but you can go in for that fine detail if you're just tapping in. So you can do everything with these, and obviously they've got these beautiful handles. So they are stunning, but they're also really functional, and I'm using them every day at the moment. But my true standout brushes this month are from Refa, and Refa kindly sent this to me. This is their holiday cheek brush. This is now my #1 cheek brush. Last year my #1 cheek brush was the other Refa cheek brush that launched last year. So this is a mixture of goat and squirrel. It's exactly the same sort of finish as the Sonia G, equally as soft. You can see the colours are very similar there. The softness on this is just exceptional, and the application is perfect. This is obviously with powders, not so much creams. This is, it just is so good. You can apply and then you can buff around the edges. You can use this tip here, this edge rather, to apply highlighter, so you can use it for blush and highlighter. I don't know about bronzer, it's not a shape I would ever use for bronzer, but this gives me the most perfected finish. It gets my blush on and evenly distributed so quickly and easily and naturally as well. It's just so good, but it really does the job for me. But it is also the most beautiful brush. So that's my standout brush of the entire year, but certainly of the month. And the other standouts are the Eyeshadow brushes from Refa. I've got my brushes here. These are my everyday eye brushes here, which I don't use all of these. It's the front row, is the ones at the back I use occasionally, and the front row is the one I go through the line when I'm doing my eye makeup. So in number 1 spot on my holder is the Refa number 1. I use that all the time. But Eyeshadow 03 and 00 have taken my number 2 and 3 spot because I adore them. My favourite is probably the 03. And these are the ones that are designed in the calligraphy pen style. And you have this dense area at the bottom of the brush, and then you have this very fine tip. So the tip picks up a little bit of product. If you swirl the brush around and get product onto the sides, then the brush can absorb more. So this has a double purpose. You can go across the eye to really pack in the colour, and then you can use the fine tip for detailing. So what I use the Refa number 1 to put my base down, and then I go straight in with the Eyeshadow 03. I tap into the colour I want for my outer V, and I start tapping here. And I've never found a brush this perfect for getting this blended out so well. And it's also the amount of product that's picked up by the tip. You never pick up too much. You pick up exactly the right amount by just tapping a little bit of this into your eyeshadow and building it in. And you can get so precise, but it makes the most perfect eye look. It's the best by a mile, actually. I adore it, and I find it really easy to use. And then the Eyeshadow 00, I've used this loads as well for when I'm applying across the whole of the lid. And I've actually managed to stop using my fingers for lots of shimmers because this brush is so good. So I really glide this across the shimmer and then place it across the eye like that. And then we've got these fine tips here, which I can then use to really finish off the look. These two brushes together are exceptional. I do also love the, which one is it here? The Eyeshadow 02. It's not as well used for me as the other two. I don't feel like I need it as much, but when I do use this one, this is for me the sort of fine detail. So if I wanted to go in with a different colour above this here, this would be my perfect option. Dip a little bit in, and then you can just start blending across. This is more fine detail, but I have actually picked up the new Eyeshadow brushes because they've launched more. So the Eyeshadow 4 launched. I haven't even tested it yet, so I'm not going to review it. So this is like a bigger version. This one is slightly more stiff, I'd say, but it's got that fine tip as well. So maybe this one could be used as my base, my transition. So I do need to explore that one because I haven't tried it yet. And I also picked up the Eyeshadow 01. You can actually get the full set of all 5 now from Refa, and they have got this really good sale on. I hope the sale's still on when I'm saying this, but you can pick them up at such a good price at the moment. So I haven't tried this one either, so I'm not going to tell you how good it is, but it's exactly the same theme with it being the Eyeshadow, so you can see that really fine tip. So maybe this one would work as liner. I don't know if it's too fluffy on the tip, I just don't know. I need to practice with that one, and I'll get back to you. But I'm excited to try those out. And now the last thing I've got to show you is this perfume balm from Fenty. Now I've never really tried any fragrance from Fenty, but I have heard a lot about this fragrance and how popular it is. And this one's, I only noticed this had a ball in when I held it up to a mirror the other day. So you can actually play a game with the lid, which is really cool. I'm not going to get hooked on it now, but can you see how you can actually see? How cool is that? So I love the packaging. I think it is absolutely beautiful and really different and really unique and really cool to put in your bag and to pull out to apply the perfume and top up during the day. But I wouldn't say this is a favourite for me. I like it, I love the novelty, I love the packaging, and the scent is really nice. I wouldn't say it's a top scent for me, but it is very nice. I'll tell you the notes. So it's described as a spicy floral solid scent featuring magnolia, musk, tangerine and Bulgarian rose. So this is a solid balm and it's alcohol free as well. So it says it's long lasting. I wouldn't say it's massively long lasting. And the reason I'd say as well it's not a favourite for me is that it's so easy and quick to just spray perfume. But with this, yeah, I feel I do like to put a lot of perfume on for a start. So I'm really getting a lot on my finger. And I feel like I've gone in twice and I've just about got enough to do the wrists. And then to do my neck, I think to really smell it, I'd need to go in for me about 4 or 5 times. I do like a lot though. And then maybe put a little bit behind the ear. It does, as soon as I'm applying it, it smells gorgeous actually. It does smell very nice. So it is a nice experience. Maybe I'm just too impatient for this style of perfume. But it is nice. It's a very different experience. But I don't think it lasts me longer than maybe 2 to 3 hours. At the moment, I'm very aware of it. It's really, really, really nice. I can smell it everywhere now I've put it down on my neck. So yeah, it is lovely actually. As I'm using it, I'm thinking how much I'm enjoying it. So it is very nice. I think this would make a fabulous gift for somebody who likes these scents, and I think it's just a real novelty factor. I know I'd like it as a gift because it's so different, and I definitely use it. And maybe even just keep it next to me during the day rather than having a perfume just spray on in the morning and forget. I'm just like, oh, I just have a little top up of my Fenty perfume. But yeah, very different, very funky, and the packaging, sensational. I love it. It's so weighty as well, gorgeous. So yeah, as I'm applying that now and showing you, I'm actually liking it more. So do I recommend it? Yeah, I think I do actually. It's pretty lovely. Anyway, that is the end of a mammoth video. So if you've reached the end of this video, well done. I'm exhausted, and you probably are from watching all of this. I can't believe how much I've managed to try in a month where there hasn't been that many releases, but somehow I have. So I hope this has been helpful. I really would love to hear from you on everything I've shown you today. Have you bought any of these things? Do you have different opinions to me? I would love to hear if you're loving some of the things I'm not, or vice versa. And if you enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's so helpful to my channel. And if you already are, you're at the end of this video again, and I really, really, really appreciate you. And I hope to see all of you again for my next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.